If I could, I would nail these hands to the edges of stars. I would sacrifice this body to the sky, hoping to resurrect as someone spiteful enough to not care about you anymore. 2. Staple me to a cross. Pierce my side with a broken promise, and I will bleed all the crippled reasons why you deserve one more chance. 3. Loving you was the last thing I felt really good at. 4. You want to know how I got these scars? I ripped every last piece of you out of my smile. 5. I whispered you stardust. 6. I spoke you into sunflowers. 7. I dipped my hands in forever. I touched you infinity, treated you as if you were the last molecule of oxygen inside of a gas chamber. I was good to you. 8. You want to know how I got these scars? You see, I swallowed my pride, and then it clawed its way out of my mouth. 9. I realized that I was never really your boyfriend. I was just your hype man. 10. Hope your next boyfriend gets smallpox. 10. Yes, I said smallpox. 10. I hate you. 10. But I miss you. 10. I love you. 10. It's hard for me to count when I get emotional. 10. I heard that over 90% of human interaction is nonverbal, so 10. If I could, I would tie your arms to a daydream and then auction you off to my fondest memories. See, I wrote this poem in my own spinal fluid. I put it on the backbone of a white flag, so before you read it, you already know that I've given up. I'll just keep you here, shackled to the most important chapter of my life story, pressed into the basement of my eyelids like liquid salvation. So I remember you beautiful, with amazing underneath your wings and an orchid smile, you gorgeous earthquake. You cracked hourglass with sand spilling from behind your ribs. You wasted my time. How dare you linger on my lips and then kiss me like a stuttering apology with excuses stapled to the roof of your mouth. I still remember you like a dream tattooed to the inner walls of my long-term memory, but most days I wonder if you existed at all. And of course, you want to know how I got these scars. I got these scars the day that I fell in love with you. I landed face first.
I'm not a stranger to the dark. Hide away, they say, 'cause we don't want your broken parts. I've learned to be ashamed of all my scars. Run away, they say, no one will love you as you are. But I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious. When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna stand up loud, I'm gonna drown them out. I'm gonna stand up loud, I'm gonna drown them out. I'm gonna stand up loud, I'm gonna drown them out. I'm gonna stand up loud, I'm gonna drown them out. I'm gonna stand up loud, I'm gonna drown them out. I'm gonna stand up loud, I'm gonna drown them out. I'm gonna stand up loud, I'm gonna drown them out. I'm gonna stand up loud, I'm gonna drown them out. I'm gonna stand up loud, I'm gonna drown them out. I'm gonna stand up loud, I'm gonna drown them out. I'm gonna stand up loud, I'm gonna drown them out. I'm gonna stand up loud, I'm gonna drown them out. I'm gonna stand up loud, I'm gonna drown them out. I'm gonna stand up loud, I'm gonna drown them out. I'm gonna stand up loud, I'm gonna drown them out. I'm gonna stand up loud, I'm gonna drown them out. I'm gonna stand up loud, I'm gonna drown them out. I'm gonna stand up loud, I'm gonna drown them out. I'm gonna stand up loud, I'm gonna drown them out. I'm gonna stand up loud, I'm gonna drown them out. I'm gonna stand up loud, I'm gonna drown them out. I'm gonna stand up loud, I'm gonna drown them out. I'm gonna stand up lo I'm gonna send the flood, I'm gonna drown them out. This is brave, this is true, this is who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, look out.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, may we please rise to our feet as we sing the national anthem.
Sisekingeni emhlabeni umshado wonsimbi kayigobi. Ngicela ngilaleleni akona manga la nginigoqi. Ukudla sidlile kodwa itiya sitholi. Bonke bayiphethe inhlanzi kodwa akekho umdobi. Kuyo ukuthi salaziwa. Siphethe insizwa ephula kwasenkosi uMakhanya. Impilo yazo ayizange ibe nokhanya. Abantu bakithi badukile badengwane. Izwe lakithi limbiwe limbobo mbobo. Basafuna igodi namalahle. Masingakhali ngoba ukhala kondle. Masibhekisa amehlo ezintabeni lapho sizolovela khona. Mina ngiguqile ngimbozile ngeke ngubuke lo mkhuba. Ngiba sengihlala phansi ezimbongi namakhosi. Sabosana ngembona njengongoti. Le ndaba indala madoda. Masibuyele kwincwadi endala. Sibuke ukhenelo lomfabo Abela. Yazi lo mhlaba uyadala. Kukhona ababizwa ngoSkhotheni. Yazi ngiyadlala. Angazi le ndaba ngikhuluma ngiyeke. Kodwa ngesiyadlula. Ngathi umhlaba kwesibe udla bethi inkosi uhlungane kandaba yadluka emanqulubeni kwaze kwasamanqulubi belana nodume ehlezi kamenzi inkomo ekhaya emthondaneni singo zonke sizwile okulila. Liye le ndoda iyabonisa sengaziwa. Ikusasa ngilibeka kuwe dingane ndodana akasenza ngakhona. Njalo kaphunga amageba kaZulu. Nguwafosela inyoko esilume sonke. Bengakuthi basubuke nomhlola. Bengakuthi basukhuza nomhlola. Kodwa ngithi noba singalahla ithemba izila lithi izovuka. Yabonga.
All right, everybody. Hello, hello, hellos. Hi, everybody. Go ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 10th annual SDS Student Achievement Awards. My name is Ngobile Kumete.
And I am Uvuyelwa Irene Nokutula Ndlovu. And tonight, we are your hosts. Thank you. So the whole point of tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is to basically acknowledge our student achievers and to award those who have been working hard and our nominees for tonight.
Definitely. But before we start, Irene, can we just acknowledge how beautiful the setting and the people are dressed tonight? Ladies and gentlemen, please give yourself a round of applause.
Just a point to note, once all the nominees have been called out, we ask that they all come up on stage. The winner will then be announced and grace us with their walk and claim their prize. Take some pictures, followed by the nominees, and then you may go ahead and take your seats once again.
Ladies and gentlemen, may we take a minute just to quickly acknowledge the exits. There are 2 exits towards your front, left and right, where you can be able to find toilets. Can we also acknowledge the caterers at the back, where you can be able to get food, and there are ushers willing to serve you if you need. Thank you.
Right. Can we please recognize what we are here for tonight? The video.
We as the University of the Western Cape, our media society in particular, are very excited about our partnership with SABC Western Cape Province, where they will be equipping our students with the skills that they possess and the expertise.
Thank you very much for that clip. Ladies and gentlemen, are you guys awake? Are you guys awake? I can't hear you.
Even I can't hear them, Irene.
I really can't hear you. Is jy wakker? Is jy wakker?
Ni pape me.
All right, can we please call upon a very special lady to this university, Uprof Dube, to give us the official welcoming? Can we give her a round of applause?
Okay, oh yes, it sounds like you can hear me now. Thank you very much, ladies, MCs, program directors. Please give them a round of applause. They look so beautiful. And then the next round of applause is to all of you for looking so beautiful tonight and for being here. Thank you so much. Program directors, our executive leadership that's with us here tonight, our esteemed guests and our guest speaker, especially Mr. Sipho Mangesi, our special visitors from the university, Nelson Mandela University, George Campus, led by Dr. Ramushaba, the student leadership, our current or outgoing SRC president is here, and her leadership, and the incoming SRC and the new president is also here. We acknowledge you. You are all welcome, the residence leadership that's here, sports council, all the student leadership combined. Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this evening. Thank you to the program directors, and a warm welcome to all of our guests. You all look so beautiful tonight. I cannot stop saying that, and the venue looks really so glamorous, just like you deserve. We were gathered just about a week here to celebrate the achievements of our UWC sportsmen and sportswomen who continue their positive contribution and have become great ambassadors that make all of us here at UWC proud. So this is quite an exciting period of time for us as SDS. It's a highlight moment when we recognize the diversity of our student achievements in the co-curriculum space. In just a few days, a number of you will be receiving their co-curricular transcripts at a ceremony that has been organized by the co-curriculum record committee. So we are very excited about all of that. But firstly, thank you for the wonderful creative performance that took place here right at the beginning. Please give them a round of applause. That's just the start. There is more to come. And it's a fitting tribute to what we are here to witness tonight: student talent and student excellence in the co-curricular space. I'm very happy that you could make it tonight, and that you are all welcome to this 10th anniversary of the Student Development and Support Division's annual Student Achievements Awards. The award ceremony speaks to the agency of students as leaders, innovators, community activists in their various roles and capacities. The point here is that without student agency, and without students' energy, commitment, dedication, and versatility, there will be nothing to celebrate. And because you have defied the odds, you have made days such as this possible. And you will continue to inspire us, not just with your academic performance, which I know will stay always on track and be wonderful as it is now, which we celebrate always with great pride when you graduate. But also it's important for us that we recognize the other roles that you play in the co-curriculum space. We are reminded by Kendall Woods that inspiration is a stimulating feeling that we seek to motivate us to continue pressing forward through hardships and to find meaning amidst chaos. What inspires us is sometimes found in the rarest of forms. It is sometimes in plain sight. It is often stumbled upon without intention, and it is sometimes graciously handed to us in the form of wise words spoken by experienced and influential minds. I certainly am inspired tonight, and events like this are very instrumental in changing the narrative about what is possible when we do not allow challenges to overshadow possibilities. South Africa, as you know, has always faced difficult moments, and what we are going through today is not easy to compare when the scourge of gender-based violence, femicide, and senseless murders of innocent lives have become a familiar sight, dominating headlines on TV and radio news. It is also this social responsive and responsible spirit that we continue as a university and as SDS to use every opportunity in our messaging for events like these to raise awareness and promote initiatives such as those currently taking place in RES, including the ongoing Gender Reconciliation Project and discussions on masculinities at CSSS, The sports initiatives where coaches, captains, and players are coming together to engage on issues of gender-based violence. Last week's Sports Awards theme was dedicated to women and access for female athletes. You will remember how this subject of GBV was recently rudely brought back home to all of us with the tragic death of Jessie Hess, our first-year student who was brutally killed, and by the numerous incidents of GBV across universities in particular in the past few months. Jessie's passing woke us up not to be complacent and that we have to be vigilant because we know that no one is safe from being a potential victim of gender-based violence. In this regard, I would like to invite everybody to continue advocating for a society that protects the rights of everyone and that you form part of the various initiatives that are on campus which are aimed at creating awareness and restating our position that we will never tolerate gender-based violence. It is my sincerest hope that we continue to share ideas and work collectively to bring about a change of attitude and behavior. This is not just a role of policymakers or leadership or whoever leadership is, because you know as much as I do that gender-based violence does not start just with the physical. It is tied up in the language that we use, the looks that we give, and the attitudes that we express about others. It is about saying gender-based violence has no place in our classrooms, residences, the sports field, all campus spaces, yes, indeed, anywhere, indeed, in the whole society. The road to success, while worth every step, is long. And there are times along the way when you need a pick-me-up time. For some people, reading an inspirational book is enough motivation to strive for achieving their dreams. Others seek the guidance of a mentor or a coach to spur their drive for success. No matter where your inspiration comes from, remember that seeking encouragement from external sources is a valid and natural part of the success process. The challenge today is that it is not enough to acquire good academic qualifications. Many potential employers are interested to know what kind of co-curricular activities or initiatives that you were part of while you were at university. And the skills that you learned and you achieved from there, that you possess, and other important attributes that define your holistic student experience. It would be remiss of me not to mention colleagues present here and those that could not come this evening who have played their part in guiding and advising students about the importance of seriously considering their choices, and others who serve as mentors. I'd like to acknowledge and appreciate the contribution, support, and commitment shown by colleagues from all the SDS departments who made this glittering ceremony possible, and to all the student ambassadors who were actively involved and contributed their time and effort in making an effort in support of this very important event. To students, thank you for living the SDS motto, creating your future, because you utilize your own strengths, abilities, relationships, and the environment to make it possible to bring about positive change, which made these awards a reality tonight. It is possible to create your own future. As our distinguished keynote speaker, Mr. Mangesi, will also attest to this when he speaks to you this evening. Mr. Mangesi, we really look forward to your address tonight. We want to fly in our imaginations. We want to fly in terms of our academic achievements, but also in terms of our social responsive activations that we do in the co-curricular space. I welcome you all to the 10th anniversary of the SDS Student Achievement Awards for 2019, and congratulations to all the nominees, as well as to the winners. Thank you all, and do enjoy the evening.
Mike? Oh. The first. Good evening, everyone. I'm Masana Maluleke, and I'm about to perform an original piece entitled I You. There are 3 words I've never told you, and the mistake laid in me thinking a relationship consists of 2. See, infinity is a single digit, so how could we last forever if we were a couple? A couple of 2 incomplete people trying to be whole. As time passed, our emotions multiplied, but a half times a half means that we are losing ourselves, each other, and we don't realize that in order for us to grow, we first need to be rooted and not raised to a power of a minus x. Tell me, why can't you minus your ex? You search for her in every relation, not realizing that this is not an everyday equation. You know, you had me asking why when you tried to solve for us simultaneously, then realized that I was the temporary solution. So by means of seclusion, you fed this illusion. You told yourself it wasn't intrusion, but plans of preclusion don't work when your heart's not in the exclusion. So basically, in conclusion, it was all just meant to be an illusion, and he made me believe in magic, made me believe in us. But I only exist between what he wants and her. Do I even exist? See, my limit was reached when he tried to add another variable. To me, it was a mathematical error, but to him, it was just a syntax error. He just had to change a few signs. He just had to change me. He just had to change me. To him, his wrongs made a right, but his wrongs weren't adding up. We were ending up going in circles, and when we go in circles, we end up in the same place, the same irrational place. You know, there are 3,1419,642 words that I've never told you, but rounded up, there are 3 words that I've never told you, and the median seems to be the hardest to say, because the median explains everything. So honestly, the truth is, you.
Thank you so much for that, Masana. And thank you very much to Prof. Dube for that warm, wonderful welcome. Now we're going to introduce somebody very special, a young gentleman by the name of Sipho Mangesi. Okay.
Sipho Mangesi hails from rural Ngamakwe village in the Eastern Cape. From an early age growing up, when other village kids would occasionally see an airplane flying above and ask it to bring them sweets and other goodies. Did we not all do that? Sipho knew from then that he wanted more than that. Now armed with a pilot's license, 27-year-old Mangesi wants to fly higher in the world of aviation. His home situation when growing up was no better than the other kid who wanted sweets to fall from the airplane above. The difference is that his parents instilled in him a sense of self-belief. During his pilot training days, his parents would often not afford the exuberant flying fees, so they would contribute whatever they could give him, which unavoidably delayed his training. A license that was supposed to take him a couple of months to a year to complete ended up taking him 4 years. Such was part of the difficult road he had to travel to get where he is today.
Mr. Mangesi now owns a company called iFly, through which he conducts various aviation awareness initiatives. The idea to form iFly was conceived with a friend in order to basically take the next step in addressing transformation in the industry. Through iFly, they are conducting skills development, identifying the next generation of aviators, engineers, and industry leaders. Mr. Mangesi also gives children who have never flown 15-minute trips, and this is his way of basically plowing back into the community and motivating children to dream bigger. Can we please give this young man a round of applause as we welcome him on stage?
All right, a very good evening. I feel very special. Thank you so much, ladies. It is a great honor. It's a great privilege for me to be here tonight as the keynote speaker. I do not take it lightly. Thank you so much. So tonight we're here to celebrate academic excellence. So I'm going to try and make my speech very short. Very short means 2 hours. So I want to talk to you tonight about two things. Thing number one is vision. And thing number two is faith. So when I speak about vision, we all know that vision is sight. It's the ability to see. All right? But it's also how you see things. So it doesn't end only in seeing. So in other words, we can look at something, at the same picture, but we see two different things. So what do you see and how do you see it? The vision, okay? Number two, faith. Now, faith is a very controversial issue because we live in a politically correct society. So I apologize in advance if I offend any people. So faith. Faith is simply believing in something, even if you are not able to see it at the moment, but believing that there is something that's there. So basically that's faith, all right? Even science believes in faith. Now, you can believe in your own abilities, you can believe in science, you can believe in God, you can believe in anything, as long as you believe in something. Now, scientifically speaking, faith has been proven to be a very powerful thing that exists. According to science, there's something called a placebo effect, which is just faith. So this is what they say. A beneficial effect produced by a placebo drug or treatment which cannot be attributed to the properties of the placebo itself and must therefore be due to the patient's belief in the treatment. I Googled that. Now, the reason I Googled that is because my English is not that great. The reason my English is not that great is because I didn't go to a very great school. The reason I didn't go to a very great school is because I was in a village in Transkei, in the rural. So the only life I knew was cows and the livestock, and that was it. So to write my name, I remember very well, we never had stationery, pens, papers, and books. I learned to write my name on the sand, on the ground. So the teacher would come and say, okay, draw a circle. And I would draw a circle. Put a tail to it. That's A. And that's how I learned to write my name. And I'm going to come back to faith and vision. And the first English phrase I learned in my life was, my name is Sipho Mangesi. So that's what the teacher taught us. And so we would come, Sipho, stand. Pakam. Okay, my name is Sipho Mangesi. Yeah, clap class. And I was the smartest in the class because I knew how to say this phrase very well. I was the smartest. They said, okay, this guy. So even if other teachers are coming from other schools and they wanted to show off, they would call me and I would stand. I would say, my name is Sipho Mangesi. They say, ooh, very good. So I thought I had mastered English. I thought those were the only English words that existed until I went to a real English school. And I met real people who spoke English. So the teacher in the real school would give an instruction. Something simple like, class, take out your books. And I would just sit there because I didn't recognize it, because she didn't say Sipho Mangesi. So she would come to me, hey, boy, why did you take out your books? And I would stand and say, my name is Sipho Mangesi. Everybody would start laughing at me because those were the only English words I knew. That was drilled in me so much. And guess what? 20 plus years later, I still use those lines. But this time it's different. I stand up in an aircraft full of people and I say, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Sipho Mangesi. I'm your captain for this flight. My name is Sipho Mangesi. All right, back. Now, that's the reason I Googled placebo, because my English is not the greatest. So, faith, right? Vision and faith. All right, so I come from Transkei. I come from a village, and I had a dream of becoming a pilot. And I told people around me that I want to become a pilot. And people said to me that there's no ways you're going to make it as a pilot. You're from a village. Number two, you broke. Your family doesn't have anything. There is no ways you will make it as a pilot. Everybody in my circle, aunts, uncles, friends, neighbors, everybody said I would never make it as a commercial pilot. The only person who believed in me was my mother. So let's just hold it right there. You know, sometimes we share our vision with the wrong people, which is a very dangerous thing. And I shared my vision with people around me who did not see the vision as clearly as I did. And I learned something very crucial, that we should watch the friends that we keep around us. And I learned this saying that says, you are an eagle, therefore stop hanging around with chickens because chickens can't fly. So I was an eagle and I was telling chickens that I wanted to fly, and obviously they didn't see the vision. So this was me telling people that I wanted to become a pilot, and they told me I could never make it. But I thank God because I kept the faith. I had the vision and I kept the faith. So when I left Transkei, the village, and I went to this good school where they spoke real English, we still couldn't afford things. We couldn't afford anything. So I would walk to school, over 10 kilometers every day. Walk to school and back. And this is in East London. I was in East London. So there's this taxis that youngsters like that play the music. It goes doof, doof, doof. You know, it's got those nice, nice bass. So the taxi drivers would drive next to me, and they would drive so slow so that the kids inside the taxis could see me walking to school. So that when I get to class, I'm the joke of the class because I just walked 10 kilometers to get to class. And there's this day that I hated with a passion, casual day, or they call, I think, Civis Day, they call it these days. I hated it so much. I think it's a scam, by the way, where the school wants you to dress in your own clothes and then charge you for it. I think it's a scam, but okay. So I would go to school on this Civis Day, and I hated it so much because I never had anything proper to wear. Number one, I was walking to get to school. Now these people want me to wear these clothes. All the nice, cool kids had fancy clothes. They were looking good. And I had nothing to wear. So I hated Civis Day. But you see, the thing about the school is that when you're not there in your casual clothes, then they punish you. They charge you double the money, or there's some sort of punishment for you. So you have to go, you're forced to go there in your clothes. So I would go there with pants that don't even fit me, that were donated by whoever. And everybody would laugh at me, but there's this thing that stood out about me. I walked in the school corridors like I owned the school. I think I should show you how I used to walk. Yeah. So this is me in high school. I've got nothing. I don't have clothes. I'm walking to school in the rain, no clothes, nothing. And I would walk this way. And I had a walk, So they started teasing me with the walk. They started teasing me. They called me Mr. Cool. They called me Mr. Cool because I had nothing, but I walked like the coolest guy in school. And so they gave me a nickname, Mr. Cool. 20 plus years now, I'm the coolest guy in the entire district, So I'm really a cool guy now. So when I rock up in my car and I open the roof, I'm really cool. When I rock up, so I'm really a cool guy now. So this was me growing up. But the one thing that I had, ladies and gentlemen, is, come on, talk to me, somebody. Yes, that's it. The only thing that kept me going, the only thing that I had was faith. All right? Now, I Googled something long, maybe you've forgotten. I was Googling something called placebo effect, okay? It is just faith, but scientists like to call it something else. Now, let me give you an example of how powerful faith is. I've got some medical doctor friends of mine who, they're just doctors at a hospital. They're not as cool as pilots, but okay. So they'll tell me the stories about how they operate in the hospital. So this one time, they're telling me about how there was a gogo, an old lady, who was sick. She couldn't even walk. Her body was rocking in excruciating pain, and she couldn't even walk. So they tricked her. They said, okay, ma'am, we're going to call a specialist for you. Now, the doctor knew that he couldn't give her any pain medications because of the side effects and. So they called the doctor, and he said, ma'am, I'm the specialist. I'm the best doctor in this hospital. I'm going to give you the greatest medication you've ever had. They called the nurse. Nurse, come. Hold her down, pin her down. Have you eaten, ma'am? We're going to give you the most powerful medication you've ever had. And guess what? They injected her with water. And a few minutes later, the old lady was jumping up and down, walking the entire hospital, saying, doctor, that thing you gave me, yeah? Now, obviously, water does not have power to heal anyone. But because the lady believed so much in the ability of the water, she believed so much in the ability of the doctor that she got healed purely by believing. So, ladies and gentlemen, there is power in believing. There is power in believing. Never stop believing. So, back to faith. I know we are pressed for time, so I'm going to try to be very quick. There's power in believing. So when I was in high school, that came and gone, and I went to study to become a pilot. And the lady who was introducing me said it accurately. My first license was supposed to take me a year. It ended up taking me 4 years because I didn't have the money for it. And obviously, you get labeled at school as the lazy person. The people I went to school with graduated and got jobs before me. 4 years later, I just had my small license to fly small planes. I needed to still study 3 more years to get my commercial pilot's license. And the people I went to school with had graduated years ago. Some were even lecturing me. They were lecturers. They were giving me lectures on how to fly a plane. Obviously, this was so frustrating. And you start, they call you names like, it's just another lazy person. And, he thinks he can fly a plane. Who does he think he is? These were things that were said about me. But one thing that I had was there, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. I had faith. And it is only that faith that kept me going. So, you guys don't understand how powerful faith is. Just by believing that you can achieve something, you're already halfway there. So, I want to make an example in my line of work about how important vision is, having a vision, all right? So, when an aeroplane flies, let's say maybe from point A to B, from Cape Town to Johannesburg, all right? So, Johannesburg is your destination. You're taking off from Cape Town. If you're flying and the weather is bad, maybe there's fog and mist and all of these other things, and you do not have a visual reference with the runway. So you're coming into land, you're arriving in Johannesburg, but you don't have a visual reference. In other words, you cannot see the runway because of the bad weather. By the way, what are you lacking in this scenario? Yes, you're lacking a vision, right? So practically speaking, when a plane is coming from Cape Town to Johannesburg and it's about to land, but because the conditions, the weather conditions are so bad that the pilots cannot see the runway, guess what happens? The flight has to be, diverted to an alternate aerodrome. So you're like, but the flight was just by the runway. It was just about to touch down. The captain, does a go around and they end up landing in East London or PE, somewhere else, because they simply did not have the vision. They couldn't see the runway, all right? So when you lack vision in life, you end up somewhere that you are not supposed to be because you didn't have a vision. So I don't know how to emphasize this thing about vision. So now we are here to celebrate your academic excellence, and you guys have done well. Some of you have. It doesn't end there. You have not arrived. You have not arrived at all. Some people, like that plane that's about to land in Johannesburg, some people lose a vision right there. You're like, but it was the end of the year. You had almost made it. You are just about to graduate. But because you lose your vision, you end up diverting and going somewhere else where you are not supposed to be because you lost your vision. So it is very important for us to have a vision and to have faith that this vision that we have, we're going to see it through no matter what happens. It is very important. Now, we're going to celebrate and party and dance. And as young people, sometimes I feel like we celebrate too prematurely. We celebrate too early. Yes, it's good to party now, but I remember the people in school. I never got invited to the cool parties. I never went to the house parties because I was not the cool kid in school. But guess what right now? If I want to party, I go to Sandton and I make it rain. I don't do house parties. I don't do house parties in my mother's backyard. So there's a time for that. Do not lose vision at the last minute. Do not lose your vision at the last minute. Now, before I go and I sit down, I just want to leave you with this one thing, okay? By the way, part of my vision is to buy a house in Camps Bay. I've looked at the property trade that there's one going for 150 million. Now, right now, I don't have 150 million. What do I have, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you. Now you see the nice cars that we as young people like, your GTI, AMG, and all those nice cars. Those are powerful cars, but I don't see myself driving such. I want a Lamborghini, Maserati, Ferrari. All right? Right now, I don't have 6 million to buy a Lamborghini. What do I have, ladies and gentlemen? All right, exactly. So, right now, before I sit down, when you see me 2 years later or 3 years later, driving from Camps Bay in my house, I might not remember all of you. I might not know your faces, okay? But when I stop at the robots in my Lamborghini, I want you to pull up next to me with yours. And I want you to open the window. Now, don't do this. All right? I want you to press one touch button. All right? And I might not know your name, all right? I might not even remember your face. But just say to me, I'm Captain Mangesi, I'm from the University of Western Cape. I never stop believing. And then pull away. And I'll know that you've made it. All right? Next time when you fly business class, because you guys are going to afford business class, that's how I see you. When you are flying business class and you hear this announcement, ladies and gentlemen, I'm your Captain Sipho Mangesi, ask the cabin crew, say, I want to go greet that captain. I might not know your face, I might not know your name, but just say, I am from the University of Western Cape. I have never stopped believing. I kept the faith. I can afford a business class seat. And I will know that you made it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for having me. Keep believing and keep the faith. Always. Thank you so much.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much, Mr. Sipho. Ladies and gentlemen, was that not inspirational? Very much. Mr. Mangesi, if you could please come and join us on stage as we express our gratitude with a token of appreciation, please. Thank you.
This token of appreciation will be handed over by Ms. Enid.
Thank you.
Right, so ladies and gentlemen, we are officially now, we've entered the awards ceremony. Once again, just a reminder to all nominees, we ask that you please use the entrance to my left, your right. You come up the stairs where Ms. Nadia Kulwa will be assisting, and then when you exit the stage, you use the stairs on our right, your left. All right. Thank you to Sipho Mangesi. Okay.
Again, we'd like to thank Sipho Mangesi for that inspirational talk. At some point, I can admit that I wanted to be a pilot as well until I watched Snakes on the Plane.
Oh, not taking those chances.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we've officially reached the awards ceremony.
We'd like to call upon Ms. Simtandile Azania Tyali. Ms. Tyali is the now outgoing SRC president of 2018-2019, and she will be handing over the awards, the prizes from categories 1 to 4. Right, and as for the categories, we have a video that we need to check out. Let's see what we have in store.
Student governance. Actively engaged in student governance structures, projects and events which contribute towards a campus environment conducive to academic and personal social development of students. Has an excellent grasp of the role, duty and responsibility of student governance on UWC campus and acts accordingly. And the nominees are Bonani Kandilanga, Mzwanele Khani, Pumlani Ngqetho, Simtandile Tyali.
Can Can the nominees please make their way onto the stage? This is a bit of a tricky one. The one handing over the gifts might just be the winner. And the winner is, drum roll, uPhumlani Ngqetho.
Kumlani Ngqetho is the 2019 chairperson of the Sports Council, which he has diligently served for 3 years. He is being recognized this evening for his successful leadership of various projects, most notably an Athletes Computer Lab, the Physique Showdown event, and UWC Sports Council Women's Boxing Tournament. Through these and other initiatives, he has demonstrated his commitment to the development of Sports Council representatives and their improved relations with sports admin staff, as well as to exposure, recognition, and fundraising for sporting codes offered at UWC.
Congratulations to the winner and all the nominees.
All right, moving on to the next category.
Social responsibility. Engaged in a socially responsive and relevant project, event, activity, etc. Has an excellent grasp of the fundamentals of socially responsible and responsive behavior and attitude and acts accordingly. And the nominees are Patricia Moose, Siyasanga Boysen, Zizipho Mabuya.
Could the nominees make their way on stage, please? Thank you. And the SDS Award for Social Responsibility goes to Zizipho Mabuya.
Zizipho Mabuya is a self-identified feminist and volunteer at the UWC Gender Equity Unit. She is also one of the co-directors of the education drama project My Daily Bread, which was performed at the 2019 National Arts Festival. She is being recognized this evening for her many leadership qualities.
Is there something missing? They're playing the wrong person's name. They're playing
Congratulations to the winner and all the nominees.
Just a friendly reminder to all the nominees, exit is this way on our right. All right, so the next category is entrepreneurship.
Entrepreneurship. Engaged in economic or social entrepreneurship on campus. Has an excellent grasp of entrepreneurship principles and practices. And the nominees are Luthando Ekiso, Mulalo Chishonga, Mzwandile Nkosi.
She's coming. I wonder. And the winner is Mzwandile Ngosi.
Mzwandile Nkosi is a dietetic student and the founder of clothing brand that has been in operation and growing in popularity since 2016. Through his hard work and satisfactory service, he provides students and now supplies hoodies for the UWC Creative Arts Choir. He is being recognized for his exceptional leadership skills and for developing a brand that is sustainable and has significant potential to grow. His nomination also describes him as innovative, creative, and passionate with great people skills, determined and confident in his brand. This growing small enterprise provides affordable yet great quality clothing for students and amazing branded apparel for campus organizations and conference events.
Congratulations to the winner and the nominees.
And for the next category,
Student mentoring. Engaged in a UWC mentoring program, has an excellent grasp of the fundamentals of peer mentoring and acts accordingly. And the nominees are Dimpho Mpeke, Dineo Mukwena, Vusi Bai.
and the winner of the SDS Award for Student Mentoring is Dineo Mogoena.
Dineo Mukwena is a second-year social work student and a student mentor who truly went well beyond the call of duty. Her efforts in this regard marks her out as well-suited to her direction of study. Dineo displayed a great degree of acumen, perceptiveness, and concern in identifying the indicators of a fellow student at risk. She further demonstrated significant resourcefulness, responsibility, and maturity in sourcing additional assistance and support for dealing with the challenge at hand. Finally, she exhibited kindness, consideration, and dependability in dealing with and providing enduring support in a sensitive situation. Her nomination portrays her willingness to provide comfort and support, both on and off campus as well as in the cyberspace, describing her as a support system, commending her for her hard work and effort without expecting anything in return. The nomination also notes how she helped her mentee catch up with missed work and contribute to the mentee's academic excellence.
Congratulations to all the winners and all the nominees.
Thought I found a way. Thought I found a way out. But you never go away. So I guess I gotta stay now. Oh, I hope someday I'll make it out of here, even if it takes all night or 100 years. Need a place to hide, but I can't find one yet. Wanna feel alive outside. time, looking for a better place. Something's on my mind, always in my headspace, but I know someday I'll make it out of here, even if it takes all night or 100 years. Need a place to hide, but I can't find one yet. When I feel alive outside, I can't fight my fear. Isn't it lovely? All alone, heart made of glass, my mind of stone. Tell me your pieces, skin to bone. Hello, welcome home. Oh, hello, welcome home.
Thank you so much, Nyama, for the beautiful, beautiful serenade. I am mesmerized, to be honest. Right, so next up, we're going to be resuming with the program, the awards program, and we're going to be calling upon Mr. Magopeni to come and hand over the prizes for categories 5 to 9.
Student tutoring and academic support. Engage in a project, event, etc., which provides academic support and or tutoring to UWC students. Has an excellent grasp of providing support for academic excellence. And the nominees are Ashwin Arense, Rashika Wagi, Siasanga Poison.
Can the nominees make their ways to stage, please? So one of the nominees, Rashika Vahi, is not present tonight. And the winner is, can we please get a drum roll, DJ? Hello, DJ. Or a manual drum roll. Rashika Vahi. So as mentioned, Rashika is not present today. However, her prize will be handed over to her loved ones.
From a variety of disciplinary backgrounds in one-on-one and group consultations. She is described as warm, friendly, and approachable, and is a skilled communicator with excellent interpersonal abilities and a good sense of humor. Rashika has played a leadership role in assisting and encouraging other writing center tutors and has also taken responsibility for leading and driving projects. Her nomination describes her as ethical in her behavior and approach and as committed to making a difference by developing students' writing. She is set to take initiative and depicted as an academic achiever who strives for excellence in the support that she provides to students.
Congratulations to the winner and all the nominees.
Student orientation. Contributed towards the achievements of the orientation program at UWC. Has an excellent grasp of the principles which underlie orientating new students. The nominees are Danielle Harry, Lorenzo Plant, Melanie Nhlonto,
And the winner of the award is Lorenzo Platt.
Lorenzo Plant is being recognized for his willingness to go beyond the call of duty, as evidenced by his being voted the WOW PF in his faculty. He is marked out for his generosity and for sharing his ideas and plans for his primary group with other PFs. He willingly shared his equipment, the games and props used in group activities. He even offered to help pay for one of his students' registration fee. Beyond his charitable nature, he was also professional and dedicated. His nomination describes him as well-prepared, organized, and a great planner, always on the ball. He is also commended for his ability to think out of the box to manage his first-year group. Finally, he is also portrayed as a spirited PF, humble and warm to others, and extremely thoughtful and inclusive of every member of his group. He reportedly never complained or showed negativity towards others. A worthy nomination.
Congratulations to the winner and all nominees.
So next up we have student leadership.
Student leadership. Actively engage in departmental structures, projects, and events which contribute towards a campus environment conducive to academic and personal social development of students. Has an excellent grasp of the role, duty, and responsibility of student leadership and acts accordingly. The nominees are Siyasanga Poison, Nobile Dube.
Is the drum roll ready? The winner is Nobile Dube.
Mobile Dube is the chairperson of the UWC Association of Pharmacy Students and represents students on the Pharmaceutical Society of South Africa. She is being recognized this evening for her leadership, passion, and commitment to continuous professional development and her service to pharmacy students at UWC, nationally and on the continent. She is one of the 2 South African students serving on the African Region Project Office Subcommittee of the International Pharmaceutical Students Federation and has also applied to serve on the IPSF Policy Unit. Her achievements include attending a Healthcare Funders Awards alongside the Deputy Minister of Health, organizing an event focused on mental awareness and a breakfast catering for the less fortunate. She has even found the time to collaborate on a poem against gender-based violence.
Yeah. Congratulations to the winner, Nobile, and to Siyasanga for the nomination.
And now for the next category.
Work study. Has excelled in the work study program. And the nominees are Nomkita Shushu, Tegan Sass, Sikhulule Nkompela.
And the winner is, ladies and gentlemen, we have a tie. Tegan Sass and Sikhulule Kompela.
Taylor says is a student assistant at the Institutional Advancement Office, and her duties includes everything from scheduling meetings to answering phones and filing, as well as ordering stationery and refreshments. Her nomination describes her as a dedicated and hardworking with great attention to detail, which serves her well as she monitors the UWC communication account, which sends out plus minus 15 communications weekly to the campus community. She is also responsible for compiling and distributing the ICYMI, an online bulletin that was created to keep staff members up to date about the news that went out for the week. Sikhulule Nkompela is a student assistant at UWC Sport and is fortunate enough to travel with all their teams for national competitions. He is being recognized for his high levels of professionalism, his respect for confidentiality when it comes to information, and for dignity and respect of his conduct in the service of UWC students. He's nominated to do substantive and meaningful tasks that contribute to the vision of the office. SDS social media is apparently very active because of him. His work has even impressed the folks at Varsity Cup, who have appointed him UWC correspondent.
And now for the last prize that Mr. Makopeni is going to announce. UWC Brand Ambassador.
UWC Brand Ambassador has performed remarkably at national and international level, and the achievement has placed UWC on the map. And the nominees are Yanka Mathazen, Nadira Omar, and Makosazana Shabangu, Noliolo Zanindaba, Dr. Siabulela Hamna,
And the winner is Siabulela Hamna.
Dr. Siabulela Hamna's research output has gained attention at an international conference, and whose jointly authored research article has been accepted for publication in Electrochemical Actor, an international peer-reviewed journal. His work on bovine tuberculosis, funded under the University of Missouri, the UWC Exchange Program, has solidified collaboration with the chemistry department at the University of Missouri, Columbia, and is strengthening the internalization objectives of UWC. At Missouri's chemistry department, he played a leading role in establishing electrochemistry training for research purposes. As a visiting researcher, he championed the unification of South African students on exchange in Colombia at the time, expanding his campus-wide networks and immersing himself in the local soccer fraternity. Locally, he has led the chemistry department team to the semi-final stage in the Kings of Soccer tournament. He also captains a community soccer team in his hometown of Nduli, Ceres.
A very warm thank you, Mr. Makopeni.
Congratulations to all winners and all nominees. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I have a brief reminder to all nominees. All nominees in all categories are invited to a one-day workshop on work readiness and financial literacy that is sponsored by the PPS Foundation. The date will be the end of November or first week of December 2019. And OSD will lies, okay? Lays. Okay, Lays. Hey. Lays with all nominees in next week. So if all nominees could just note that down. Thank you.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, and now dessert will be served. Just a reminder that there are 4 serving stations on either side of the hall.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Uwandi Mhlanga, and I'm currently pursuing my studies in postgrad finance. I am here to tell you about SDS Awards. Most importantly, inform you that we're celebrating 10 years of women in leadership. I would like to congratulate all the students who have been nominated and all the best for their awards. SDS Awards are there to recognize students beyond academics. Recognize students who participate in co-curricular activities. Activities such as student in leadership, entrepreneurship, social responsibility, and peer mentoring programs. I would like to say congratulations one more to all the students that have been nominated and all the best with the awards. Thank you.
Hi UWC, my name is Akona Lando. I am the former UWC SRC president. I would like to congratulate SDS on the 10th year anniversary of the Student Development Awards. It is really heartwarming by the thought to know that for the past decade, students' contributions in the life of UWC have been celebrated at these awards. The awards recognize and celebrate students who participate and are leading in various co-curricular activities. The awards create a platform where students are nominated by their peers in several categories, including governance, leadership, entrepreneurship, and social responsibility, just to name a few. I believe that universities are not only a place where one acquires academic qualifications, but a place where we learn life skills that propel and contribute in the building of active and responsible citizens. The students nominated at these awards range among from those who tirelessly dedicate their time and efforts towards the building a better UWC for all. It is therefore important to recognize their efforts and encourage more students to partake in the different activities and programs in the university. I'd like to wish all the best of luck to all of the nominees tonight and to thank each one of you for your continued efforts in making a difference not only at UWC but the entire country. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Zizi Pokhoi and I'm currently pursuing my Masters in Development Studies at UWC. This year we are celebrating 10 years of women empowerment, and that is also very evident in the nominees that we have. I would like to congratulate each and every single person who has been nominated for the SDS Awards tonight. By the mere virtue of the fact that you have been nominated, it means that you have shown outstanding leadership skills, entrepreneurship skills, peer mentoring, and social responsibility. With that being said, I would like to congratulate everyone who is nominated and good luck for the awards.
Ladies and gentlemen, I trust that you enjoyed dessert.
It sure sounds like it. Alright, so we'd like to continue with the last third or the last leg of this evening's award ceremony. Can everybody hear me? Is everybody paying attention? Right, so dames en here, ek doen 'n beroep op mevrou Letitia Permal om die volgende categories oor te gee. Kategorieë. Right, so she's going to be handing over the Achiever of the Year, both female and male categories. Let's give her a round of applause. Hi, ma'am. You can just stand over there by the black line. Right, so can we please have the Achiever of the Year female category nominees? Can we roll the nominees? I wonder who's going to win this year.
I also wonder.
Okay, so while we wait on the nominees to be rolled upon, I wonder who is going to win the overall achiever this year. Can anybody from the crowd maybe guess? I'm not
So
hearing
this is
any
basically
names.
like the nerd, right? The nerd of the class.
Basically.
Female Achiever of the Year. And the nominees are Bongeka Gamete, Nobile Dube, Dinewo Mukwena, Rashika Wagi, Tegan Sass, Zizipo Mabuya.
Can the nominees make their way up on stage, please? And the winner is... Nobile Dube.
Can I just say, and the winner is, because I don't know what to say.
No, say male top achiever of the year.
Next category.
Yeah.
We do this. Black magic.
She looks like she wants to cry. Congratulations. I forgot again. To the next one.
And for the next category, Male Top Achiever of the Year.
Male Achiever of the Year. And the nominees are Ashley Smith, Lorenzo Plant, Mzwandile Nkosi, Pumlani Ngqetho, Sikhulule Nkompela, Dr. Siyabulela Hamnqa.
And the award goes to Siyabulela Hamnqa.
Just so you know, each of the Achiever of the Year winners, both female and male, will both receive a check worth a whopping 10,000 rands. Oh, thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much, Ms. Letitia Palmel. Oh, actually, she shouldn't have gone upstairs. Oh, God. I shouldn't have said to go because she's going to fall up good.
Congratulations to the winners and all the nominees. Saba whale that 10,000. Right. As we are honoring women in leadership, the task team saw it fit to appreciate 3 women leaders. Simtandile Chali, sorry. She is the outgoing SRC president, 2018-2019.
Ms. Letitia Permal, who is the director for the Center of Student Support Services.
And lastly, Prof. Pamela Dube, who is the DVC SDS. Please join us on stage to accept a small token of our appreciation, ladies. Ladies and gentlemen, could we please give them a round of applause?
So, Prof, I'll ask Prof to stay behind next time. Just to the side of the stage. No, she's not announced. Can you say that?
Thank you so much, phenomenal women, for your contribution. Mam Prof. Dube, we ask that you please stay behind on stage to hand over the following prizes. All right, so we're almost at the end. The following category is the best performing student structure, which will be handed over by Prof. Dube.
Best performing student structure must have contributed to the achievement of a holistic student experience as part of the program of action and the presentation of evidence of achievement. Must have demonstrated agency and contributed to the enhanced profile of co-curricular programs as UWC and beyond. Attracted positive publicity reflecting the mission and vision of the university through various platforms. Has made an impact both at UWC as a community and within the extended communities as part of meaningful engagement. And the nominees are Today for Tomorrow, UWC Debate Union.
And the winner of this category is Today for Tomorrow.
Today for Tomorrow is a newly registered NPO giving back to surrounding communities through tutoring and career counseling.
This organization is focused on developing and working with the relevant parties in enhancing grade 9 to 12 learner perceptions of their grades, efforts, and careers, and have achieved a 100% pass rate every year. In operation since 2017, the number of learners tutored has grown from 21 to 140, and the number of tutors from 20 to over 100 in 2019.
Other activities include partnering with HP in setting up a lab for pupils and students and running a campaign that raised more than 140 scientific calculators for students in need. Without a cash flow and through sheer persistence and determination, members have sought sponsors and donors and is currently expanding into social wellness. The structure has generated positive publicity for itself and the university with interviews.
Congratulations, sir, and your partners.
And for the next category, the DVC SDS Special Award.
DVC SDS Special Award.
And the nominees are the UWC Creative Arts Choir, and they are the winners for this category. Yes! Abakaya. Thank you. Congratulations to the choir. We'd like to call upon Dr. Bagwandeen to give us a vote of thanks before we announce the last category. Can you please give him a round of applause as he comes up?
Where's the action thing? The action thing. Is this on? Yeah, it's on. You ready?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Those of you that don't know me, I'm Dr. Manoj Bagwandeen from the Campus Health and Wellness Center. And it's no secret that we're here tonight to celebrate the 10th year anniversary of the SDS Awards Evening. And I think it's more than appropriate that the very first thank you goes out to a very special person, someone in absentia. And this is the lady that had the vision and the faith 10 years ago to actually acknowledge students and their achievements at UWC, but someone who was extremely passionate about students' attributes, students getting a little more from UWC than just the academic certificates that most of you will leave with. And I am referring to Professor Lulu Chiwula. So the first thank you goes out to Prof. Chiwula. She was not able to be here with us tonight, but in absentia, thank you, Prof. And I think then the second one goes out to our current DVC, a lady just as passionate, a lady just as capable in leadership, and someone who on a daily basis inspires us all at SDS to achieve beyond the limited resources that we have to make things happen. So Prof, thank you for once again gracing us with the 10th year anniversary of SDS. And I say this a bit tongue-in-cheek, your amazing team that surrounds you, the SDS management team, guys, well done. I think a special thank needs to go out to the organizing committee for tonight, and this is the SDS Awards task team. These individuals are the unsung heroes who operate in the background that turn this event into the glitzy, glamorous event that we all are enjoying tonight. So to this particular team, I'm not going to name you individually, but you know who you are, a really special, heartfelt thank you for all the hard work you've invested in making this night as spectacular as it is. Well done, guys. You know, I think at my age, I actually look far and wide for inspiration. And I'm glad to say that tonight I found it. Our keynote speaker, Sifo Mangesi, did just that. And I commented to one of the colleagues at the table, in my next life, I want to be a pilot. So Sifo, I'm going to give up being a doctor and I'm going to aspire to be a pilot in my next life. Thank you for being here with us. Your talk was amazing. It was deeply inspirational. And I am very sure that all the students at UWC will certainly aspire not just to be a pilot, but to basically follow in your footsteps. So thanks for sowing that important seed. Special thanks goes out to some of the special guests here. Our registrar, Ms. Nita Lawton-Misra. We've got Dr. Ahmed Sheikji, Mr. Rayan Steras. There's Ms. Indira Lubambo, who's from Malela for Children. Prof. Vivian Wilson from the Dentistry Faculty. Mr. Umesh Bawa. Thanks for being with us and thanks for accepting our invitation. Another special thank you to some sponsors in the form of a company called IntelliCard, South Point, the residences, and VIB bookstores for sponsoring some of the gifts given out tonight. Printwise Printing for doing the last minute printing for us with the programs, etc. I think, again, a very special thank you to our program directors tonight. The two amazingly, stunningly elegant ladies who've done a fantastic job in holding it all together and presenting the awards to you in the flawless manner that it has been. Well done, ladies. Thank you. The student ambassadors for helping on the night and again helping make the night as successful as it is. Then again to all the service providers, from the caterers to the decor to the photographers, the sound crew, etc. Thank you for all the hard work you've invested again in making the night a success. A special thank you to the students from the choir, the UWC choir, the performing arts, the amazing songstress. Thank you for displaying your talents and adding a little more of what students should aspire to and get from UWC. So thank you for making the night even special. And I think the last thank you goes out to each and every nominee, the person that took the time and effort to nominate that person. Thank you all for being here, and a special thank you to all the award winners for being here to give substance and meaning to this special occasion. Thank you, good night, and enjoy the rest of the evening.
Thank you so much, Dr. Bagodin, for that wonderful speech. And now for the final category, the overall top achiever of the year.
Overall Achiever of the Year.
And the nominees are
Ashley Smith, Bongeka Kamete,
Nobile Dube, Dr. Siabulela Hamna.
Right. Mama Prof. Dube, we ask that you come up once more time to hand over the prize. And can the nominees please join us on stage? Can the nominees please join us on stage? And can we please have our final drum roll for the evening? The winner is Ngobile Dube.
She took everything. They should have won this. Such a pain, oh my gosh. Looked like electricity was exploding or something. Gosh. Same. So we just say our goodbyes and go.
Thank you so much, Prof. Dube, for handing over the awards, and well done, and congratulations to Ngobile Dube. As your MCs for the evening, this is where we bid you farewell. Thank you so much for being a glorious audience. Thank you.
Melina,